So you may know that one of my biggest dreams, one of my biggest desires, and in fact, it's a family desire. It's a dream that I share with my husband and my 8-year-old. One of my biggest desires is to move to Ireland. And when we were on our family holiday in Ireland this year, this summer, we almost bought a house. And this was one of the most exciting things that ever happened to me. Everything was just so perfectly aligned. It's like we were guided to this area near Galway that was perfect for all three of us in every single way. And then we were guided to this perfect house, like through this series of incredible coincidences. And then we were guided to the perfect idea of like how to make it happen. And we were like, okay, we have to say yes. So we put an offer on the house. And we had to wait a little bit because this was kind of at the start of our holiday and we weren't getting back home for a few weeks. So we couldn't go to the bank and secure our financing. But we really didn't expect any problems. And we came back to Belgium and we went to the bank. And it turned out that we can't get a mortgage at the moment for a property that's outside of Belgium. This is where we live. And so our whole dream was gone, just like that. We had made this whole plan and it was gone. And the interesting bit is that on the way out from the bank, out the door, we were walking out the door. So we had just heard this news. And on the way out from the bank, I said to my husband, but everything always works out perfectly for us. So this has to be part of it. What's our next step? What do we do next? And this was such a difference. I really wanted to pause. I didn't pause in the moment, but I paused later and really noticed it because it was such a huge difference in how I approached things, Like I used to be the person who would be in the depths of despair because of any tiny little disappointment. Like I remember once totally having a complete meltdown, completely breaking down because the takeaway people brought me the wrong dish. Like it wasn't the dish that I ordered. And I had a total meltdown and immediately went into these horrible things always happen to me. And why is my life so hard? And that kind of thing. And yet, in this particular situation with the house and the mortgage and this really big thing, I didn't succumb to that. I wasn't overcome by even a sense of disappointment. I mean, yeah, it would have been nice, but my immediate reaction was, well, if it didn't happen, then it wouldn't have been nice, then something was off in our alignment and that's okay. And we'll get aligned and we'll do it in a different way. And it's such a huge difference that I wanted to share this story because I think a lot of people immediately go into the depths of despair. Immediately when some disappointment happens, they go into, I'm a failure, or this stuff always happens to me, or I can't get ahead, or, clearly I'm on the wrong path, or whatever those things are, those phrasings that come into your head when you experience disappointment. It doesn't have to be that way. You have a different choice of reacting a different way. And so I would encourage you, I would invite you to start repeating to yourself, everything always works out perfectly for me, or for us, if you want to do it for a family. Everything always works out perfectly for me. And the more you repeat this, the more it'll be ingrained in you. The subconscious, one of the ways it learns is through repetition. So the more you repeat this, the more you will believe it, the more you will see evidence of it, the more you will be willing to see evidence of it, the more you'll be willing to see this, that when something doesn't go your way, it doesn't mean that you're a failure. It means that there's a different way that's even better for you. So this is what I hope that I can pass on today, to really ingrain this phrasing in your mind, so that next time you have something that doesn't go quite the way you wanted, and you would normally go into this spiral of disappointment and then whatever else, this despair, you say, but things always work out perfectly for me. So has to be okay.